with the whole world watching closely. According to the White House, around 70 countries have already reached out proactively to start trade negotiations. On April 8th, European Commissioner President Ursula von der Leyen spoke with Chinese Premier Li Qiang, urging Beijing to resolve the tariff control through dialogue. They also discussed setting up a mechanism to track how Chinese goods, redirected by U.S. tariffs, might start flooding European markets instead. Li Tianbao, an honorary professor at Niagara University's School of Business, said that when the U.S. first imposed tariffs on Canada and Mexico, many people weren't sure what the real target was. But just a few days later, it became obvious. China was a real focus, and everything else was just a lead-up. Observers also noted that on April 8th and 9th, Beijing held a rare high-level Central Peripheral Work Conference with Xi Jinping personally presiding. Political commentator Li Yinyi said that although the meeting's content wasn't made public, it clearly came in response to the mounting pressure from the escalating trade war. The Chinese leadership had expected global support when it pushed back against the U.S., but instead found itself isolated. Even Southeast Asian countries didn't rally behind it, leaving China increasingly surrounded and alone. China analyst Wang He pointed out that China's industrial overcapacity has become a major concern for the global market. Many countries are suffering under the weight of cheap Chinese exports and are unlikely to unite with Beijing. Plus, no economy can afford to break ties with a massive U.S. market. An article published that same day in The Economist described China's approach as a high-stakes gamble. According to the article, Beijing is betting on time, expecting that as U.S. tariffs drive up consumer prices and strain jobs, Trump will eventually be forced back to the negotiating table. But The Economist warned that China's own supply chains could buckle before the U.S. does. This is a gamble with real costs. Ye Yaoyuan, a professor of international studies at the University of St. Thomas, said the escalating tariff war is pushing China's industrial chain inward and deepening its economic struggles. Rising unemployment could have serious consequences for the Communist Party's hold on power.